It was my birthday a couple of days ago, and my roofing partners bought me this pair of Ray-Bans, and it's the Ray-Ban Meta View, and I thought I might just put it through its paces and see whether I can use it for our videos. Anyway, here we go. So what we're going to do here is look at the unboxing of a Velux. So as you can see here, it's a Velux skylight. It's a fixed skylight, code CO4, and if you read here, it says a rough opening, and it's 546 millimeters by 975 millimeters is the rough opening. And the nominated frame size is, if we look at, so this is the flashing for that particular skylight, and the nominated size is 550 by 980. So which is the 550 and which is the 980, and how does that relate to the approximate size of 546 by 975? So we'll unbox these skylights, just go through the details so that we can understand how Veluxes work, and that might help us in the future in answering a few questions that are normally asked about Velux skylights. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to turn this, there's a little button here, and the idea is if you press it, the video comes on. And I guess we're now in video recording mode. So video is on, and let's have a look at the unboxing process for this Velux. Right, these are the screws, and what we're going to do is we're looking at the Velux. That's the book for it. This tells you how to actually put it in. So there's a bar in here, and I think the bar just helps us hold the corners in. We'll take the corners out. Now let's take some measurements. So what we're looking at is the clear inside measurement here is 480 clear inside, and the length is 910. So that's the actual size of the skylight in the shaft. So that's one measurement. The other measurement is the outside measurement from here to the opposite side, and it reads 495 clear measurement, and from here to there it reads 925. And this little groove here is where the lining goes. So the lining goes in there, along there. So the lining goes in there, and so that's the clear measurement from lining to lining in theory. So you're getting 495 and 925. So the lining length and the lining width. Now what we're looking here is what we see on the outside, on the roof. Now when we measure this, the actual glass size that we are looking at is make it exact, 450 the width. Let's check the length. The length is 885. So an 885 glass length and a 455 glass length. That's what we're looking at. Now, so it's important to note that these skylights have an upstream end and a downstream end. So that's the downstream end. You notice it's different to the upstream end. The detail is different. We'll have to look at the bottom end because the bottom end is the more important end. And this is where a lot of people go wrong with the bottom end. So if you take the screws off, we'll take this flashing out. Right, so now the 3 flashings are out, and there's a couple of important things to note here. All right, so the important thing to note here is that we've got a rubber skirt. Now this rubber skirt is very, very important. Because if you note, so you note that that's the extent of the rubber skirt. It comes around a corner, then it goes to here, and you'll note that there's a little bit of V, and the idea is water runs down the groove, comes out here, over the skirt, and then goes over the skirting, and the flashing goes into here. And that's the only way you can stop water from the frame getting onto the timber and getting into your lining and causing a leak. So this little skirt is extremely important. The EDW flashing, they're called, is standard EDW flashing, and this is what will go onto the edge of the skylight. That's the flashings for the skylight. We've got the side flashings, another side flashing, and this here is the top flashing, and this is the bottom flashing. So that's the head flashing that goes down in here, right? And that clips over the top of that, right? And that clips over the top of that, and that gives you waterproofing. Okay, so what we need to do to put the skylight in is, once this is mounted on the frame, we've got to put the downstream skylight in, and to do that you must take the flashings on the side off. So the important thing is the flashings come off, and what you need to do is you've got to pull that up, the skirt up, and this will go in So what you have to do is, you've got to slide timbers in like that. So lift it up, like that. Right. So this is like that. To cut the rubber, so lift this up, the skirt comes out, like that. Right. So now you've got the 2 corners in. You see that right there, you've got the clearance, the rubber is good, so the rubber's not torn in there. So this is how it sits, right? This side. So that's what you should see. That's the rubber skirt, that's the flashing, that's the corner, and once this is in, right, it goes over the top. So this is what it should look like, right here. Right, so this is how the installation should look. So you've got this flashing here, and you always start from the bottom and start working up. You put the 2 sides flashings in, and the head flashing, this goes in last, and the flashing goes like that, right? So you can see here that that seal, that goes in, and then this goes over the top. Okay, so it goes in that little gap in there, and it will sit right tight. So that's the side flashing put in, like that. And you can see the flashings down the bottom is hidden by the skirt. Alright, so what you note here is the side flashing's gone in, there's no sealant required along there. There is a factory sealant on the glass right there, but over time that sealant can break and you can get water come in along the corners and down into there. So two potential water entry paths is along the glass, goes to there, and along the edge of the skylight on this flashing, which is, you can see that's not sealed, well, there's no sealant there. So water can go in there or come out here, and the reason it's not a problem is if you pull this apart, is that the water will run into this little channel, and you notice the channel's on a rake so that water doesn't want to go back in. It will fall into this little groove away from the screws, and the reason is this is a skylight meant to be installed on a pitch so that the water runs down the channel very quickly and doesn't go into the screw holes, comes out this little corner, then it goes over the skirting and it goes under this flashing and then out. So it doesn't matter if this edge is not sealed, the water can get in, it can run out, it provides a pathway for water to run. If the water leaks along the glass and comes down here, this skirt is behind the glass so that the water runs along here into this corner. You've got a V opening and the water goes down into here. So we've got a water path that allows the water to run down. There's an opening, water runs down there onto this rubber skirting and out. So this is why it's so important when you install the Velux skylight that you do make sure you don't damage the skirting. You flick the two skirts up, put the bottom flashing in, and then the skirt goes over the top, as you can see there. Right? And then you can then put the side flashings in on this side, the side flashings on the other side, and then put the bottom flashings in. The skirting is so critical that you can't put that screw into the skirting, so there's a little tab in there, right, that allows you to put this screw in. So this goes in right there. So that allows you to put that screw into there, and it screws into the plastic nut, and they are nice and tight. Right? So this screw is into the plastic nut, not into the rubber skirting, so the rubber skirting is intact in there, and any water goes in, goes over the skirting, comes out here and runs out. And you'll notice that, see the skirt here, so the idea is this has to be bent up. Right? Once it's installed, there should also be support here so that the water doesn't run out of here, and then this is bent up and curled over, right, like so, and then the water runs along here. Right, most of the water runs along here. There'll be some water running down there into here. This is meant to be cut to the profile of the tile so that you don't have any gaps between that and the underside of the tile, and that's what the foam bits are for. Usually it just deteriorates and it doesn't do anything, it actually makes things worse. But anyway, this is what that's for, and the water runs down onto there, or any water that runs past this ridge goes into here, or goes into here, runs down, and then out. So this is how the Velux skylights are waterproof and how they should be installed. Very, very critical is the skirt. We find that in a lot of instances the skirt is compromised, they haven't been installed properly, and people have been forced to put silicone seal all the way around the glass in here to stop the water from physically getting in and getting drained out. But it's not 100%. That's not the way it should be done. The way that we've showed you is the way it should be done, and that's to install this under the rubber skirt correctly. So skylight installation, we've just unboxed a typical Velux skylight and looked at how it should be installed. Also looked at the critical dimensions so that we know what we're looking for when we actually order a skylight, what the critical dimensions are. So I hope this helps, because this is just really basics of what you need to know about Velux skylights so they can put them in and not have them leak as soon as it rains.